I got to take you to Alaska. Well, that's Sarah Palin country, of course. But today, Bill gets to go to Hawaii. It's only fair. It's only fair.
You forced me to go to Hawaii. You picked Alaska, but it was a fantastic trip, even though it made me much hated around here. We're going to talk to Hawaiians who say they have no stomach for the kind of politics we are so used to here on the mainland. And we'll take a look at how this worldview was shaped in terms of Barack Obama growing up on the distant, smallest state.
Part of our 50 states in 50 days.
The youngest and farthest state not only provides beaches and Mai Tais, but also a glimpse into the attitude and demeanor of a man who might be president. To understand John McCain, you might study the culture of the Navy. To understand Barack Obama, you must first understand Hawaii. With air like warm silk, water and land so bountiful, it is no wonder the native Hawaiians had the time and inclination to invent surfing, and one of the most sophisticated cultures in the ancient world. It's been more than a century since American sugar plantation owners led an overthrow of the Queen of Hawaii. By the time statehood arrived almost 50 years ago, there were so many American haoles, any Hawaiian protest was drowned out by parties in the streets. But after years of development, the natives got restless. And this summer, a simmering movement made news when a group of radical secessionists broke into the Ailani Palace in Honolulu. James and Grace Akahi claim that their bloodline makes them the rightful king and queen of Hawaii. They travel on their own homemade passports and are suing the government for $100 trillion. Do you want to reign over Hawaii?
Yes.
You do?
Yes.
Would you want all Americans out?
No, they have a choice. They have a choice to either, be a citizen of the kingdom or whatever.
But native sovereignty is balanced by a fierce patriotism that goes back to Pearl Harbor. It's a land of contradictions where minority opinions compete because everybody is a minority. Whites are outnumbered by Japanese, Filipino, and the highest mixed-race population of any state. And it is here that a half-black, half-white kid named Barry came of age.
Well, I remember he was, a real neat, clean-cut, normal kid.
Eric Kuzunoki was Barack Obama's homeroom teacher, and he sees the Hawaiian in him still.
Now, Senator McCain, I agree.
While supporters are often frustrated by his lack of fire when attacked, and opponents mock his readiness to sit down with hostile leaders, Mr. Kuzunoki says that demeanor comes from growing up on a rock in the ocean. Out here, you survive by getting along.
Well, there's a Hawaiian term called ho'oponopono. When you have differences, you sit down and you talk it out.
Even in heated local elections, attack ads are rare.
Here in Hawaii, we call it talking stink about the other guy. And we're tired of that.
But the Obama campaign is so confident, they don't bother with ads.
We went from 2,000 or 3,000 people normally showing up to our caucuses to 38,000 people.
Relatives have to mail stickers from the mainland, and they are hoarded at coffee shops. Locals make their own surfboards and T-shirts.
The most popular is the Obama Ohana, which is Obama family in Hawaiian.
Even on the laid-back North Shore of Kauai, Obama Mania has the debate on during happy hour, and each kayak rental comes with a free dose of politics.
I know people who've registered to vote that's never voted in their lives.
You watched the debate for the first time?
I watched the debate for the first time, believe it or not.
Yeah. But for workers like Brock Anakalea, it's more than just rooting for a native son.
I got a lot of friends that, they foreclosed their homes.
Yes, even in paradise, the economy is brutal. Tourism is way down, and locals point out that a body surfing president might provide renewed interest and a new bond with the mainland.
There's almost a feeling of we're not part of the United States, in some ways in a good way, some ways in a bad way.
Do you feel like an American living way out here?
Absolutely feel like an American. People are very patriotic here too. We love our country, we love our people, we love our community. And there's a strong bond there.
Well, now more than ever, they are engaged. We looked hard for a John McCain supporter there, but hard to find.
Not even an office,
Not even an office there. And as further proof of Senator Obama's dominance, he has 3,000 volunteers on the islands. They're not even bothering to get out the vote on the islands. They spend their time cold calling Nevada, a swing state. And because Hawaiians love to gamble and it's illegal in the islands, they consider Las Vegas sort of the 8th Hawaiian island.
A lot of Hawaiians in
so that's how they're making the best of it. But it was interesting to see the attitudes there, how it might shape somebody's worldview.
And interesting the parallel with Alaska. They're doing the same thing, writing postcards down to the mainland.
Yep.
All right. Thanks so much.